The most common question I get, am I still a candidate for hair transplant if the back of my head looks this, or like this, or like this, or like this? So I'm here to answer this question for you. So if you are coming across this video for the first time, my name is Dr. Chefu. I'm a hair transplant surgeon, a hair loss coach. I've helped thousands of my clients regain confidence through hair regrowth and hair transplant. So if the back of your head looks like these pictures right here, this video is for you. So what you really want to know is, why is the back of my head this way, and can I get a hair transplant? So I'm going to answer these two questions in this video. I remember a client of mine that came for a formal scalp and hair evaluation, wanting a hair transplant, and the back of his head looked exactly like these pictures I was showing you. He's gone to other places, wanted a hair transplant. He actually wanted to travel to go for a hair transplant because they said he could get a hair transplant. So he decided to come for like a final evaluation, saying, hey, let me see if this doc is going to say the same thing that everybody has been saying. So when I looked at the back of his head, I'm like, no, you're not a candidate for hair transplant. He was shocked that I said he's not a candidate for hair transplant. But here's what I told him. And if this is you, the back of your head looks this way, or if you're dealing with hair loss and you don't know what to do, I always have just one recommendation. I promise you. We offer free virtual consultation. Make an appointment and somebody from my team will get in touch with you, talk to you, and find out how we can help you. I mean, it's free. You can have the consultation right sitting at home and find out what the next step you need to take. Now, here are a couple of things you need to do, especially if the back of your head looks this way and you're going for a hair transplant. Number one is you need to have a formal scalp and hair evaluation. Why do I say that? Some people have had hair transplants in the past. Some people don't even know if they're a candidate for hair transplant. Some people might be having some inflammation going on. Some people have tried so many things on their hair and on their scalp, and their hair is not growing. So it's actually advisable to have a diagnosis before you have or go for a hair transplant. Number two is, if this is what you're dealing with, the back of your head looks this way, you are either suffering from retrograde alopecia, if there's some form of inflammation going on, you are definitely not a candidate for hair transplant. You need to start medical treatment first. Why do I say that? Because imagine, I always say something, that the back of your scalp is your donor area. So your donor area has to have enough hair for us to actually take to cover the area of hair loss. So if it doesn't have sufficient amount of hair, so where are we going to get the hair from? And especially if you don't have enough beard hair or chest wall hair, you cannot actually go for a hair transplant because you don't have enough hair to take. And now this leads to my next point. If you've had a hair transplant in the past and the back of your head looks that way, looks like the pictures, especially looks like this one, please, you are dealing with overharvesting. And overharvesting just means excessive extraction of your hair follicles. That's just what happened. And I will highly recommend you not going for a hair transplant. The best treatment for you to cover that area, your donor area, will be scalp micropigmentation. So please, if this is you, cancel that procedure. You don't have enough hair follicles for extraction. And now this leads to my final point. If your donor area is already thin, like this picture I'm showing you, imagine in the next 5 years, it's going to get progressively worse. So what do I recommend? You need a proper hair and scalp evaluation first. Start medical therapy. Then after a couple of months, get a reassessment or reevaluation. Then you go from there. But please do not go for a hair transplant without a proper diagnosis. If you've watched this video to this point and you're dealing with hair loss and the back of your scalp looks this way, you've heard what I said. Number one, you need a proper diagnosis. Number two, you might be dealing with retrograde alopecia or DUPAR, something we call unparted hair loss, or you might be dealing with some form of inflammation. Please have a proper diagnosis and start medical treatment before you even think about a hair transplant. Please, hair transplant shouldn't be the first thing you should be thinking about if the back of your head looks this way. And if you enjoyed this video, send this video to a loved one that's dealing with hair loss, or you've been looking at the back of their head and it looks like one of these pictures. Send them this video. This video will save them a whole lot of stress and a whole lot of thinking if they need to get a hair transplant versus start medical treatment. Or if this is you, make that appointment. Until next time, bye-bye.